Hello guys, how are you? Welcome back to this channel. My name is Faith and I'm here with another episode. I just thought of recording this. It's rather late, but I thought let me just shoot a video. So this video is more of to know, do you have any financial goals in 2019 and what are those goals, and how are you intending to achieve them? So for this particular video, I thought let me talk about something that I've seen going around. Being the new year, everyone is excited, people have plans, and they're still excited, which is a very good thing. So whilst we're still in the mood, I thought let's us talk about something that has been going out around, and it's something that can help people to save money. So what I'm referring to is known as 52 weeks challenge. I don't know if you've heard about it. So the 52 weeks challenge is basically a challenge where someone decides they have a certain financial goal. Let's say they want to save 100,000 Kenya shillings throughout the year. However, because they cannot save all that money once, they decide to divide it in such a way that they are able to save a specific amount every other week. Now, 52 weeks challenge works in two ways. There are those people who are more specific on how much they want to save at the end of the year, and therefore they work around that amount. However, there are people who decide they're going to use the 52 weeks challenge to be saving whatever change they have in their pocket. So if, for example, every day you usually use 100 shillings and you end up having a spare change of 20 shillings, you decide you're going to save it. So 52 weeks challenge works in different ways for different people. So basically how it works is this. Every year has 52 weeks. That's the name, 52 weeks challenge. Each week you get to save a specific amount of money, and you put the money in whatever avenue of saving it is that you choose. Now, the amount of money that you save keeps on increasing by the week. So the most current, and I think the one that most people have seen, is whereby people are saving 50 shillings a week for the first week of the year, which is this week. Then next week everyone else will be saving 100 shillings, and the other week, that is the third week of the month, people will be saving 150 shillings. So by the end of Jan, which is the fourth week, people will be saving on that particular week 200 shillings. If I'm to do a summation of the amounts that I've discussed, that will be 200 plus 150, that is 350, plus 100, that is 450, plus 50, that's 500 shillings by the time we're closing January. So the challenge ends up accumulating, the amount ends up becoming more by 50 shillings every other week. I'm going to look for a chart of the challenge and probably insert it somewhere here so that people who have no idea what I'm talking about can see and understand. So I just wanted to know your views in regards to this challenge. Do you think it's a good challenge? And if you're to do it, what method would you use? Would you have a specific amount that you want to save and divide that to fit into the 52 weeks, or would you say that your 52 weeks will exclusively be the amount of cash that you've retained after doing whatever it is that you wanted to do, in form of small change or in form of just spare cash that has no plan? So now, something else that I thought is very important to discuss in this video is the avenue you're choosing to save for your 52 weeks challenge. Now, there are those people who, which is most common, decide that they're going to use a piggy bank. So someone goes out there, they buy a piggy bank. I think everyone knows what a piggy bank is. And I've seen Kenyans have given it a new name. It's called a kaful. I have no idea why it's called a kaful, but I've seen so many people referring to it as that. So I'd like to know, which method are you using to save your money? Are you doing it in a piggy bank? Are you doing it in a bank? Are you doing it in money market? Money market is something I will get to explain later on, in the session of these videos, or Ken, who you'll get to see on this platform as well, will get to discuss such elements. So there's money market, there's those people who are going for banks, and there are those people who are going for piggy banks, and there are those people who are using mobile platforms. For example, Mshwari is a common one because of the Mshwari lock savings account, which is a very big advantage when you're saving. So each of these avenues or methods has an advantage and a disadvantage. For example, if I'm to look at the piggy bank, The biggest advantage of the piggy bank is that you will simply throw in whatever change you have at any time whenever you're in the house. So you'll basically be consistent. Really, you'll be consistent because you're able to see the piggy bank every time you get to your house. So every week, so every Monday, for example, you can decide you'll be dropping in your 50 shillings, your 200 shillings, and you move on. However, the disadvantages of the piggy bank seem to outweigh the advantages. Number one of the biggest disadvantages of a piggy bank is the simple fact that it is, I'm looking for the right word to say, but I've seen people saying, how do you live with a piggy bank in the same house and you're broke? So it is the greatest form of temptation as a method of saving. You can simply decide that you want to break your piggy for whatever reason, remove the money and use. I know there are people who usually console themselves that they're going to break their piggies and eventually they will top up back the money or they will start all over the challenge, and it never seems to work. So that is the biggest challenge, the temptation and the ability just to break into the account and, you know, outdo all the effort and work and the discipline you've put for yourself throughout the previous period. The other disadvantage depends with the kind of people you live in the house. If you live with people that you can't trust, people who cannot see money, then yeah, there are chances of theft, there are chances of your piggy bank going missing. So that is something you definitely need to put into consideration. Yeah. So hopefully you don't have such a person in your house, because then I don't know what I would advise you. Let's talk about the bank. So what if you decide you're going to save your money in the bank? If you decide you're going the bank option, of course, the issue of safety is paramount. You know your money is going to be safe. Anytime you need it, you'll have your money back. However, this disadvantage of the bank is this. So for example, if you're using a bank and it reaches those weeks where you have to do more than 50 shillings, then you'll be forced to either go to your local bank, which is not an option. No one wants to go and queue to deposit 200 shillings. And if you decide you want to use M-Pesa, it's fine, you can use M-Pesa, but be aware of the charges that you'll be incurring to use M-Pesa. So if you're to do your summation, you will realize that the charges, they're not worth it. They eat into your sacrifice. So maybe that person who's using the piggy bank will actually end up having more money than you, because there are no charges of depositing money every other now and then. Then the other biggest disadvantage of a bank is you might feel not motivated to deposit, because the bank is not tangible. You can't see it. You'll tell yourself you'll deposit at the end of the month. You can come up with all sorts of excuses compared to a piggy. A piggy is something you can see over there. So you either deposit because you want to deposit, or you come up with excuses that basically don't exist. The other method that you can use is the money market. Now for money market, I would advise one to start depositing the money in money market after it is a considerable amount. So let's say every other 3 months in the year, after you saved in your piggy bank, you can break it, that is allowed, and take the money to money market. Money market would be able to give you some sort of interest on your money. So it's very good, especially if you know your total amount for the year is something significant. I'd advise every other 3 months you take the money to a money market fund that would sort of earn you an interest. Or you could also take it to a savings account in a bank that earns interest, not just any normal regular current account. Then finally we have mobile platforms like M-Shwari. M-Shwari is a very good platform for anyone who wants to do 52 weeks challenge, and the biggest advantage is that they do not charge you to deposit the money, number one. Number two, you have to put the duration. So if you put the duration is 1 year and the amount for the year, then your funds will not be released until that 1 year has come to an end. Of course, if you don't meet your target, they'll still give you your money. They'll release based on the term, not really on you reaching your target. However, they'll keep sending you reminders and telling you, this is your target and this is how much you've done, put more, just to sort of like encourage you. So I'm sure it's a very good platform if you decide to go for that. I saw online someone showing one mobile platform. I think it was either from KCB or National Bank. I really can't remember, but it seems that other local banks also have such kind of, platforms where they're encouraging people to save and be able to track how much they've saved. So basically that's it for the 52 weeks challenge. Tell me, are you doing the challenge? What are your thoughts on it? Are there any other challenges that you're doing, by the way? That is very important. I have seen that people who are doing other challenges like the no buy year challenge, whereby in the no buy year challenge you decide that you will not buy anything that is not a necessity. So necessities of course include rent, food, transport if you're working, if you work and you have to commute to work. So people decide that they will not buy any clothing for themselves. They will not entertain themselves in form of going out for lunch and drinks and just social events, or buying gifts for birthdays and all of that. So different people have decided different things. Someone decides on the limit of their no buy year that they want to take based on their financial decisions. So it's very important to have such challenges because the year really flies so fast. When you look back, you wonder and ask yourself, how much have you been able to achieve? And if only you're able to do those small steps, like for example the 52 weeks challenge, then you'll be shocked at how much you're really able to save, other than the amount that is exclusively meant for saving. Because what 52 weeks challenge does to you is that it pushes you, because it knows this 50 shillings that you're saving every week is not the only amount that you're saving. It's like spare change, but it gives you discipline to know that this spare change has to be saved. So guys, tell me what you think. What are your financial goals? What do you want to achieve for the year? And are you doing the 52 weeks challenge? And if you're doing the challenge, which method are you intending to use? Is it a bank? Is it a piggy bank, Kaful? Is it a money market, or is it Mshwari? Do let me know. And one of the ideas that I have is that since I am intending to be myself and Ken, that is the person I'm going to be on this platform with, we're intending to be sharing content every other week. So if you guys are interested, you can let me know, so that each week we all take chances to just remind people and tell them, to remind them, have they put money into their accounts or not. Every other week I can be sending a video. Every other week we can be putting out a video that says, you know what, have you done your 52 weeks challenge? Have you deposited money? Just as accountability partners. So if that is the kind of content you're interested in, please do comment below, and I will definitely make it an effort, either every Monday, because Monday is the beginning of the week, and people are, I don't know, they're usually sort of motivated, because if you have to tell people to save money on a Friday, I don't think that would work. Monday, however, would work. So every Monday I can be sending out, we can be putting out a video just confirming to people and asking them and reminding them to save the amount that they are required to do. So again, as I said at the beginning of the video, this is the first week. So if you're doing the 52 weeks challenge, please confirm that you have put the 50 shillings in your saving bag, in your saving thing. Do your 50 shillings. Yes? All right, that is it for me for today. I do look forward to posting more content, and I do look forward to interacting more and more with you. Thank you so much for your time, and achieve all those financial goals. Bye.